All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so excited and honored to have I like to always take credit for giving him his start, even though it would have happened for him. There's been a few people that have come through 3D that I just know are going to go and make it. You know what I mean? We've had Edred, who's doing Hamilton and Hamilton right now, and we've had Celicia Thomas and Beautiful, and just a ton of people. And Cameron is one that I was like, yeah, you're gonna go do this for a living, and we're gonna be sad that you're not in California anymore. But he went off and joined the company of Finding Neverland on Broadway. Got to play opposite Carolee Carmelo for a bit. I mean, no big deal. Then got to go into when Disney was redefining Beauty and the Beast the musical, and they were workshopping on their cruise ships after the film came out. Got to play Gaston. He had already done Gaston on the tour, and then most recently, why am I blanking on the name of this show?
Be more chill. Be more chill.
Be More Chill. Hello. Was a part of the cast of Be More Chill. So please welcome this incredible artist, my friend, and someone I love and miss collaborating with, Mr. Cameron Bond.
Hi. Thank you so much. And I, for reals, owe 3D Theatricals literally my training. I didn't go to school for theater. I was kind of a late bloomer and figuring out what I wanted to do. And so I like to say that I got my BFA from 3D Theatricals.
I love it. There's a soundbite we'll use.
I think I did 4 or 5 shows at 3D.
So you started Legally Blonde. You were the UPS.
Yeah, it was the UPS guy. It was like my first talking role in a professional show.
He was amazing.
And I kind of just worked my way up. Luckily, I started an ensemble, kind of like learned the ropes, got my confidence, and refining, I guess, as he went, and did Damn Yankees, Into the Woods,
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I feel like there's one more, but I'm forgetting.
And we did that Peter Pan and Tested.
Oh, that's right. Jeanette still is like, she like will play opposite you till the ends of time. She was like, he's just the best. And I had one long scene with him. But anyway, yeah. Well, welcome. Have a great time today.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York, in the epicenter of Corona. And yeah, I want to say a few things before we dive in. So auditioning sucks. I hate auditioning. It brings me anxiety. It's can be awkward, uncomfortable. It's its own beast. What we are auditioning for and how we audition has nothing to do with what the end product is. We're auditioning to do a job where we're performing to masses, to 500, 1,000 people on a complete huge stage, in costume, with makeup, in wig. So, and then to get that job, we have to sing potentially a song not even from the damn show that we're auditioning for, to then convince somebody that we're, through code, that we're right for a part by wearing modern day clothing in an environment that we can't control, with a person who's playing music that we've never met before in a tempo. It just doesn't make sense. And now we're tasked with the lovely hurdle of auditioning through video. Okay, so now we're auditioning through a screen for a job that we want to do in person. And we all know screens capture a different look than the energy that you're giving, than the tone that you're giving. And so we as performers have to have all these checklists of trying to do this with not too much that, and balance this with that, and all these dumb parameters that we have to put on to showcase strategically what we can offer and give someone who is behind a table the idea that, I think they'd be good in this part because I can layer on this, and this, and this, and this in my head, and I think they'd be good in it. And so this is the always arbitrary meeting of audition advice or an audition workshop. Everything I say is going to be arbitrary, meaning this is something that I'm observing from my experience, from what I think casting directors want to see. I don't sit in casting rooms, so I don't get to see auditions, like TJ and Gretchen and Gigi who's in here, who, you know, they're sitting through days and days of auditions. And so them having tips and tricks of what helps you stand out in the right ways and what helps you stand out in the wrong ways. And so today I just want to dive in and really connect to the material and approach it the same way I do when I'm preparing for an audition is kind of what I want to dive into. So I'm going to be challenging these auditioners of like, what are you thinking here? Why are you thinking this? And to check in, I think as a performer, what's so unique is we're constantly checking in with how we're feeling connecting to something and how we're coming off connecting to that, right? That's two different things. I can be sitting here and thinking about anything, but maybe it's like really dark and like my girlfriend broke up with me, but you can't really see it on, you have to be so in tune with what you're showing with what you're feeling. And sometimes we emote when someone's like, you're emoting too much. It means we're feeling it too much and it's not enjoyable to watch. It's like a fine line of connecting to it as an artist, but also giving off an experience to a viewer that actually wants to be drawn in and continue to be drawn in rather than pushed off. A lot of word vomit that I've just been thinking about today, but I'm very excited to dive in nonetheless. And we have 5 awesome ladies going to sing for us. Again, also so arbitrary that I'm obviously not a female and I don't sing these songs. So I'm going to be pretty green on what these songs are and diving into what these stories are with you. So give me some grace as we do dive in, but I hope that everyone else observing can just kind of see how much strategy goes in to a performance and to an audition, because it truly is a strategic decision. And I truly stand by that. And I think sometimes people just want to sing because it's fun, and that's awesome. And it is fun, but to do it professionally, there's way more in it than just singing a song that you like or singing a song that you want to sing. It truly is all these filters that we have to apply. So I think up first we have Megan Barton.
Hello.
Hi. Where are you coming from, Megan?
I'm from Los Angeles. I'm right here in Southern California.
Cool. So remind me, the song's called Band Geeks, right?
It's called Lost in the Brass from Band Geeks.
From Band Geeks, Lost in the Brass. And can you explain what's going on? Because here's the other thing, right? When you're singing a song from a show, sometimes the show is really well known. So the person watching it knows the context or knows who this person is. So you also have to play with what type of character is this person that you're singing?
Mm-hmm. So just for some background, so this happens in a marching band in high school, and the main male character, the character I'm playing has a crush on the main male character.
Great.
He doesn't share the same feelings, and his longtime crush comes back to their high school, and she's just found this out, and she's really upset over that he has fallen in love with her, and she's kind of left to herself.
And what are her characteristics?
I think she's kind of introverted by herself, but I think that this other character, the guy's name is Elliot, brings out a confident side of her. Okay. And I think she likes to keep things to herself, and this is kind of her I Want song that says, you know, who cares? Like, I'm just going to put myself out there to get what I want. Nice.
So this song should have, a good amount of journey, right? We're going to see the more like vulnerable side of her being, not necessarily wanting to speak out, and her trying to just kind of decide that she wants to now, like, step up for herself. And, so we should see that journey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yay. I'm excited.
All right. Let me just get my track. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa, whoa, I'll be solo obligato, cutting loud and clear, right through the tuba blast, soaring high above that clumsy bass vibrato. I won't be lost in the brass. And finally you'll see there's so much more to me. At last I won't be lost in the brass. Lost in the brass.
Nice. Great. I like the button. It has a good range for you. You get some good belt moments. This is a pretty solid cut. It definitely jumps in.
Yeah.
You obviously get to repeat the chorus a few times, and I think you did a good job on the last one of like deciding, like Lost in the Brass, like I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, which was coming off clear. With this cut, I feel like you want to pull us in first. So I think maybe you did good on your placements, right? You started like in your thought process in one direction, and as the song grew, you like got more, your head lifted a little more, and you got more standing your ground, which is good bodily. I think you're in tune with that. Let's do it one more time, and obviously we'll do it probably a couple more times, but in this next take, I want you to be more, actually use less hands. And see what that does for you. If I just want to watch your face, especially with video, right? We have to know what our medium is. And I think when we're not there in person, a lot of hand gestures can actually come off as more than what it actually is in person. So I want you to be in touch with that this time and truly just stand there present and rely on us being able to see your eyes and see your thought.
Okay, great, thanks. Oops. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Whoa, whoa, I'll be solo obligato, cutting loud and clear, right through the tuba blast, soaring high above, that clumsy bass vibrato, I won't be lost in the brass. And finally they'll see there's so much more to me at last. I won't be lost in the brass, lost in the brass.
Nice, great job taking the note. It's just nice to see like what choices are made as we connect differently if we're not using our hands, just as an exercise, right? So now I want to find the middle ground. So I now want to section this song into a little more chapters. So the first one you have is to yourself, and there's a first transition. I don't know the words yet, sorry, but I don't know, 10 seconds in, it's like a transition of I'm going to.
Well, it probably at the first, I won't be lost in the brass.
Yeah, I want to section each of these up and have different thought processes ring. I want to see different like experiences that light up your face and excite you. Maybe it's like you as the girl like sees like an encounter in the courtyard with different students, and like see how it's gonna go, and like have that thought like is what like you're seeing in front of your eyes, that how it's gonna go, and so you're excited, you're like, I'm not gonna get lost in the brass. And then seeing another one of how like you're gonna make a different choice when you're in that situation that you haven't done before, and you see yourself doing it, like the dream is in front of your eyes and you're seeing it happen in front of you. There's probably 2 moments where you can do those. And then the very last one, I want it to be like it's the new you. And so now I want you to have storytelling to a specific way, and then get back in your thoughts and have a new vision of storytelling this way, and then get carried away a bit and grow it to the very last one. And you can actually use more hands this time, and feel free to step back from your space, right? Take a few steps back before the last one, and then step into yourself as the new girl for your very last one.
Okay. Great. Whoa, whoa, I'll be solo obligato, cutting loud and clear, right through the tuba blast, soaring high above, that clumsy bass vibrato, I won't be lost in the brass. And finally they'll see there's so much more to me at last. I won't be lost in the brass. Lo- Lost in the breast.
Yeah, great job. I think some of these things will resonate with you more the more you like even yourself think about it. Because there's some clear chapters in here, which I think is really nice, especially for an audition cut, that you can kind of see, oh, this girl's got depth in her like storytelling of how she's gonna connect to this character. And I think we can see in your eyes more of the like of what the effect of you is, that like you're no longer going to be this like quiet girl and like have that like depressive side of it, of loneliness, that you're like you can internalize, like, I'm not going to be, I just want to see things hit you a little more heavily, if you will, stakes of like, of just what you're fed up with and what you're no longer going to be. I think you sing it like really wonderfully. You obviously have the vocal chops, and I think now it's just, I just want to watch you, and I just really want to see this girl's angst and wear of her emotions a little more, I think.
Okay.
So for me, like my trick is I just like to think of specific circumstances that trigger me, that I see. I'm very visual, so I like to see a specific thing, like I said, a courtyard of how you're with your friends, and maybe you can pull from it yourself of like a moment that was embarrassing, or like someone was teasing you for, or like something silly social media wise, and how maybe you stood up for yourself, or like talk back to a friend, or like have those moments where you're like being able to trigger those feelings quickly and be like, oh wow, she's really going through this.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Who do we have? I think we have Haley next.
Hello.
What's up, Haley? So you're singing from Elf, right?
Yeah. Never
Awesome.
fallen in Elf.
I'm fortunate to have seen this show, and I do love this show. Alex B to everyone says, yes, Haley, heart. So I'm very excited. Great. So yeah, let's do a first take if you want to talk about it first. So this is her, what is Jovi going through right now in this song?
So Jovi's waiting for her date, which happens to be Buddy, and he's 2 hours late. So she's waiting in the cold. She never dresses up. She never goes out on a date. So this is kind of a first for her. And this is about not falling in love with an elf, because boy, oh boy, it is so hard.
Yeah, great. And obviously these circumstances are charmingly not real life, right? Because like we don't fall in love with an actual elf. And so there's like a warm cuteness to Jovi of like, she has real feelings and stakes to like this unrealistic moment, which is like so endearing to just see a human connection to like a fairy tale moment. Cool, let's dive in.
Okay. The holidays have seemed bittersweet when you're alone in bed. But how can one girl ever compete with a magic fat guy in a flying sled? So ask 100 single girls from here to Philadelphia. They'll say it's clear as day, you're in for sleepless nights. If you date a guy who has a thing for tights, oh, never fall in love. Never fall in love. Never fall in love with an elf. It is clear as a jingle bell. If you are single, well, don't fall in love with an elf.
Nice. It's so funny. Great. It actually got a little blurry for me. Are you looking at camera?
I'm looking right above it.
Okay. For me, my preference, it looks like you're looking right at me. And I think for a lot of videos, they will say like not to. You want to look more to the side rather than directly over. Just helps with the audience experience, I think, from what I've found. So that's one thing. Do you have you sung this a good amount?
Kind of. I got it this past semester, and I sang it once, and then I kind of just put it in my book. So I haven't been able to use it in an audition.
Nice. This one, to me, it comes off that like it seems a little calculated to me, to be honest. Of you kind of know how you're going to react to each thing. It's not necessarily coming to you as you're doing it. You had like I like the end when you talk the down lift. It was like the most real moment you had the whole song for me. So I think just being more capturing how she's feeling. I know like sometimes need a few takes to like really like get to the true stakes of the song, which is also fun. Why we get to just like walk right into a room and supposed to nail it the first time. It's like takes some reps to like get focused. Not that I wanna see. Let's play with like range on this one. So like you obviously sing it really well. Now like throw all vocals out the window and let's try one where, yeah, again, just talk to yourself. Let's see how that direction plays.
Okay. The holidays have seemed bittersweet when you're alone in bed. But how can one girl ever compete with a magic fat guy in a flying sled? So ask 100 single girls from here to Philadelphia. They'll say it's clear as day you're in for sleepless nights. If you date a guy who has a thing for tight, oh, never fall in love. Never fall in love. Never fall in love with it now. It is clear as a jingle bell if you're a single bell. Don't fall in love with an elf.
I enjoyed watching you 10 times more that time. Honestly, it just was like, oh, what is she going through? How can and also it comments even more on the stakes. The fact that you're like just being real and genuine, but singing about a Santa Claus and like a man in a tights, it actually adds to the comedy that you're not leaning into it of being like, this is a musical theater song. It kind of the difference is really enjoyable. Awesome. Remember that. Now I want to get to, now with these audition cuts, we have to get to these high notes and these belts, right? And the craft of performing is making them come with ease, right? And for me, the last few notes, although you sing it really well, I can tell that the last note is coming and you have like this like calculated thing of like, here's where I'm going to place this note. And that's it. I do it too, but that's the craft of it, right? Is we have to make it look like such ease. Kelly O'Hara is like incredible at this. You know, Audra McDonald, like they make it look like cake, or when they are making it look like work, they're doing that on purpose. Like they have such a tune. So I think the way to do this is still have the same placements that you need to get to, obviously with like the support and lift that you need it to be, but make it a choice to like get there. So it was like you were talking to yourself, and then it was like something registered of like, okay, here it comes. It was on Love, when she belts Love, is when I first saw it of like the big notes there. Like now she's no longer storytelling to me, she's just singing the note. So how can we, you tell me, but like just know that that's what it comes off as what I'm seeing. So perhaps use.
But I read it somewhere that if you let the storytelling take over, your brain will just automatically go to that rather than, oh, this note is coming, and I just have to keep remembering that. Put the story. Yeah. I
would say as like the more like professional theater we do, and when we're doing this, it's honestly less about it's only about the combination. It's not just about the voice. It's not just about the acting. It's just a mix. So when we leave a room, it's like, oh, I didn't sing that note perfectly. Like, who cares? Like if that's what we're focusing on while we're in the audition room, then our head's not in the right place. If we can pinpoint specific notes that we didn't like how they sounded, then we're distracted. Then we're not actually connecting to the story. We should leave being like, I think I sounded good. I don't know, but I connected like crazy and I told that story. That's going to get you more callbacks and more jobs than being like, oh my God, that ping that came off was perfect. So forget the like, okay, I got to belt the shit out of this and more focus on why she's singing that note. And I'm just going to be there with you rather than critiquing your voice.
Right. Okay.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it one more time.
I almost deleted my voice memo. Okay. The holidays have seemed bittersweet when you're alone in bed. But how can one girl ever compete with a magic fat guy in a flying suede? So ask 100 single girls from here to feel the damn. Yeah, they'll say it's clear as day. You're in for sleepless nights. If you date a guy who has a thing for tights, oh, never fall in love. Never fall in love. Never fall in love. It is clear as a jingle bell. If you are single, well, don't fall in love with an elf.
Oh, okay. If I could take the last one, first half, and then this one from the Never Fall in Love, that was like the perfect audition of that song I've ever seen. I could tell the first half of this, it was like a little like copy and paste from the last one, and like it was a little less.
I was trying to.
That's the first one. But for reals, the difference of this ending from the last time we did, night and day. And I actually think you sung it, if I want to critique, like sung it actually better than the other ones, than the last one when you were like focusing on singing it because you were just doing what you do rather than being like honing in on it and over critiquing your own voice. Great job. I think with your filters and those reminders are going to help you for any song that you do. I need to hear them for myself. So yay for refining the craft, inspiring, good job. And great voice, great acting, way to connect and take direction. So good job.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks, Haley. All right, who do we have next? Is it Holly's up?
Yep. Hi.
What's up? How are you?
Good. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yay. So you're singing a song we did Wonderland, right?
Yes, from Wonderland. I picked this because I haven't coached it with anyone, and I just haven't really felt like I connected with it. So I would love your help on that.
Great. So let's just all organically, let's find some beats, some moments, and whatever our arc is.
Cool. Okay. I remember every moment. I remember being free. And to my surprise, I looked through your eyes, and I remember me. For somewhere deep inside me, there's a girl from way back when. She just needs your heart to guide me and help her see again. I remember every moment when my heart was young and free, and to my surprise, I looked through your eyes. And once more, I can see.
Lovely. Wow, yay, I'm so excited to dive in this with you. Obviously, you sing, I don't know how many young kids are in here, but you sing the shit out of it, which is great. And it's really lovely on your voice. It obviously shows your control really well, right? You have these full emotional belts, but then you also have like the pullbacks, and this sets you up really nicely to hold us in the palm of your hand, right? Of when you're letting us feel your joy, when you're letting us feel your heartbreak and your dream. Like when at the very end, and once more, when you're pulled back there, like you got me there. I wrote down "and once more" a moment, because I was like, oh yes, that's when it works, right? You earned it. So now let's like hone in on like, again, arbitrary things that I think can help just give a more refined audition, if you will. Things I noticed, the whole song, you stayed in one spot, which is fine, but I think what helps storytelling is if we kind of move around a little bit. You can have like different tricks people like to do, is like certain things have a certain location, right? Certain thought. You don't want to be too transparent with that, because then like that's, but I did notice that all of your thoughts, if I'm like, this is my camera, all of your thoughts will hear the whole song. This is actually kind of a longer cut. So I think it's going to do us justice to move around, have like specific thoughts there, come back down to ourselves, and dream to yourself, dream straight up, whoever you're talking to, and then see the new other thoughts over here. It just helps the storytelling. So I don't know the song well enough to have pinpoint exactly where, but let's do it again with picking different viewpoints. But don't like focus them on viewpoints, like just see them where you see them and how you see them. And if you feel yourself wanting to have a new thought, just like follow that and go where that goes. Don't like be too calculated. I know it's like, I'm saying do this without too much of that, but
okay. No, I got it. Cool. I remember every moment. I remember being free.
Nice.
And to my surprise, I look through your eyes, and I remember me. For somewhere deep inside me, there's a girl from way back when. She just needs your heart to guide me and help her see again. I remember every moment when my heart was young and free, and to my surprise, I looked through your eyes. And once more, I can see.
Lovely. Your facial expressions can emote so beautifully. Like you really bring us in. You truly lovely like ambiance of just like a. I don't want to say like there's a warmness about you, and you capture emotions really well. That's all I can say. Now also great adjustment. Like it's just more captivating to watch. It's not too much, because that can be like, hey girl, like where you looking? Like you don't want to be too much, right? It's that another, but I do think it's more captivating of what the version you just did, by having just a few reference points and a few internal moments rather than just in one location. So I think that's nice. Now the next filter I want to add is just bringing yourself in it a little more to show. The first time you say "to my surprise," I didn't believe that there was any want of that surprise. It's just, and to my surprise, like I want to see the backstory more of her, of like how long she's been waiting for this, or I just think there's a couple more notches that we can achieve on the internal want, if you will, without emoting. Always, but just like the real raw, like I can see what this girl really wants, and those are just nice little things that casting I think connects to and looks for.
Okay.
Let's do it one more time, just with the little notches on in the beginning, especially her connection of what her surprise means, like what's that mean to her.
Okay. I remember every my surprise, I look through your eyes, and I remember me. For somewhere deep inside me, there's a girl from way back when. She just needs your heart to guide me and help her see again. I remember every moment when my heart was young and free, and to my surprise, I looked through your eyes. And once more, I can see.
Nice. Yeah, great. Great adjustments. Again, I think it was like it'll sink in a little more the more you like rep it and the more you like think of like what those moments are.
Yeah.
This time, what stuck out to me, or I didn't think, or I think there's another potential, is you have help her see again into the key change.
Yeah.
I think there's a better movement here. Obviously, right before that key change, the help her see again is also like a kind of a weird, difficult the way it's written. What is that part like?
Help her see again.
Yeah, I think this is again arbitrary advice. I'm just trying to think this out with you. Since it is such a belty and like riffy, I feel like right now it still feels a little like singy, like you're doing the riff with your head. I want to make maybe add more like feeling bodily instead of just singing, and I think that'll help you sing that better. And then also key change, I think it can be a bigger moment on the key change than what it is right now, like letting us know that. Yeah, sorry, I don't know like the words as well or like what she's necessarily getting at, but I think there needs to be a bigger transition there to earn the ending, because then you're gonna pull us back down so beautifully at the end that you need to like, this is the climax of the song, so really nail this because most songs, right, we end on a belt. We're not here, so you want to like earn this high climax to really drop us with the pullback that you have in the end.
Okay.
I'm gonna do this one more time. Let's do one more time.
Okay. I remember every moment. I remember being free. And to my surprise, I look through your eyes and I remember me. For somewhere deep inside me, there's a girl from way back when. She just needs your heart to guide me and make her see again. I remember every moment when my heart was young and free, and to my surprise, I looked through your eyes. And once more, I can see.
Great job, Holly. I'm really glad we did this one, obviously, because as it's new for you and this is like good reps for you to get. I feel like every time we listen to a song, we learn more about it and we get like more familiar with like the beats of feeling like a specific cut. Yeah, really nice. You went back to your habit of looking in one direction the whole time. By the way.
Yeah, I did.
It's fine. I don't think it's as captivating, and I think since your voice is already really stunning and the emotion's already there, I think I think it's just more refined, more professional if you are able to have a little more range in how you're communicating the story. And then like good job to punch that key change. I also think like that belt to riff into the key change will sit more in your voice like comfortably. Just the more you do it, like our voices are muscles, so the more we're like doing it, the less we have to think about it, and we can just kind of like throw it away in a sense. Yeah, I think this is a really great song for you. And yeah, lovely
Okay.
collaborating with you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next we have Miss Lexi, right?
Hi.
Hey, Lexi. So you are singing Anastasia, right?
I chose Lifeboat from Heather's, if that's all right. I can do both.
No, let's do Heather's. That sounds great.
Great. I float in a boat in the raging black ocean, low in the water with nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Cold, clammy, and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's fighting, storms are approaching, there's nowhere to hide. If I say the wrong thing, or I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side.
Cool. So I have to say I don't really know Heather's. So,
Okay.
which is this one of the Heathers?
Yes, this is Heather McNamara. It's after Heather Chandler passes and she's really lost her leader, the person she's following, because she's the ultimate follower, and she's actually questioning her mortality and having to experience the darker side of life, which she's never had to do before because it was just easy to follow.
Totally. Okay, great. Few things. Can you see without your glasses?
I can.
That'll help me just because I can see your ring light in the reflection. So it's hard to connect with your eyes. Also, a good thing to know. A good thing that you're using ring light. That's the way to go, everybody. Just helps with overall lighting. But to be cognizant of that, like if I can't see your eyes, it's very hard to see, like connect with you. Because it was hard to connect with you, the first instincts I got from this one, maybe that's also again because it's from a screen. More is less I think for this song, since it is such like she's already like starting at like an emotional depressed state of like her world's turned. I think we have to fight against it, and these are songs that are very easy to emote on because we want to like feel this and want to like get there, but as an audience member, if it's too far past the trigger, then I'm no longer like watching you to sympathize. I'm more of like, oh girl, it's not like get over it, rather than wanting to like hear you out. So let's do it again, and just with those filters of let me come to you, know that like I can see you well even though I'm not in the room, and just
Great.
be with yourself.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, low in the water with nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Cold, clammy, and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's fighting, storms are approaching, there's nowhere to hide. If I say the wrong thing, or I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side.
Nice. So much better. I don't know how everyone else feels. I think I just wanted to watch you more. It was less like in my face. It was less, I could truly like see everything. Tornado. I could see everything resting on your face a lot better. I would say now, just as an audience, if I wanted to like get picky, pick your thoughts. Right now, your eyes are a little wandering.
Okay.
I that you're moving it around, and like I can see that you're thinking, but it's just a little too far that I feel like I'm following you a little too much, which is just again arbitrary advice that I think you can just like find a little less wandering. Definitely find your placements of what you're thinking and thinking out your thoughts. Like that's what it is, but just try to hone in on everything. And when you want to change what you're thinking, change locations rather than trickling and connecting everything with your eyeballs. The other thing I want to get you out of the habit of is on your last note, you did it both times. You do this like one-handed reach.
Yep.
I don't believe that. Yeah, I just feel like it's calculated, and it's. I'm like, why are you doing that?
Got it.
So we have to we have to be honest. This sucks. This is the only industry we have to like continue to watch ourselves and like call ourselves out on these like silly things.
No, absolutely.
I have a billion habits that. Anyways, yeah, like if you want to do that, like then earn it a little more of like why she's doing that. It just seems a little musical theatery princess, if you will, of like extending a hand, which I think you know you have to fight against a lot because you're an ingenue type, and so you have to play against it, right?
Yes.
Trust that's what you are, and just be rather than like feel like you have to sprinkle on more sugar.
Understood.
So let's do it one more time. Just keep practicing that like connectedness to yourself, and being disciplined, I guess is the word, on what your thoughts are and tracing them through. And like when you want to change what you're thinking, like show me, like you're just by yourself. Like when you're thinking something so long and you're thinking like I shake my head or I look somewhere else every time you change your thoughts. So just, be in touch with that.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, flow in the water with nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Cold, clammy, and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go.
Let's stop and do it again. Let's stop again. Sorry.
Okay.
So this is probably our last time. So I just want to be one.
Got it.
I think you took the note really well, but now it's coming off ingenuine. So
Thank you.
let's try to find. Do it again and. So I'm trying to articulate. Do it again, and instead of like feeling like you have to focus on one thing, like you are. Actually, here's maybe the thing that was missing. Just go back to internalizing. It was still performative to me.
Okay.
So it's still internalized because it is camera, right? So I'm still so close. So that's probably the difference of like a theater than here. So just like let's notch it down into your world one more, and this will be it.
Got it. Thank you. I float in a boat in a raging black ocean, flow in the water with nowhere to go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Cold, clammy, and crowded, the people smell desperate, will sink any minute, so someone must go. The tiniest lifeboat with people I know. Everyone's pushing, everyone's fighting, storms are approaching, there's nowhere to hide. If I say the wrong thing or I wear the wrong outfit, they'll throw me right over the side.
Nice. It's amazing when the ending was way stronger, way more, like it left me with wanting more rather than like with the hand is like kind of like just ends things for me. So like the fact that This is a kind of abrupt ending in general, but you're nailing the connected motions super well on like the wrong outfit, on like those types of lines are great. Now I want to see you connect the stakes on the people that you know, right? You say like the people I know, like, are you commenting on that, or are you saying like the people I know, like I've been saying I know these people and like it's hardly no, like I want to feel you connect to those types of lines a little more, and I think it's going to be a really nice package of a connected, honest song. Again, you're going to have to fight against like any ingenue instincts that you have, because people are going to expect that from you. So when you come in and you're playing the rawness every single time, it's going to be refreshing. And you being an ingenue, again, I have a lot of friends that are ingenues, obviously. You're like what their frustrations are, that you always have to find ways to differentiate yourself. So the more you can truly be raw and real and not emote and push, the more people are going to find you refreshing, of like, oh, she's the ingenue girl that like, you know, is supposed to be like as we've defined, like pretty, but she's going to be raw and real rather than like just cutesy and calculated.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it's all there. And yeah, I think these things can help you filter and hopefully help you audition.
Yes, great. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. And last but not least, we have Talia, one of my best friends' name's Talia.
Oh, hey.
What's up? So we're doing some Oklahoma, right?
Yes.
This is very relevant in my life.
Huh?
I'm auditioning for Oklahoma right now, so I'm learning music from Oklahoma.
Ooh.
Like the word that I'm doing right now too. Let's do this.
Yes. Okay.
So yeah, we obviously know. I mean, talk me through what Annie, right? That's her name.
Yeah.
So how do you want to play this? Like, what do you think she's like? You know, like this is a song that anyone can. There's kind of no right or wrong. It's just more of like what's best for you and your version, if you will, of how you feel. So how do you like to play this? Like, tell me, just give me some context.
Yeah, so basically, I want to play her like she just loves being flirty, and she's got all those, feelings, and she just likes to go with the flow. But she knows that people say that that's wrong. So that kind of gives her some anxiety, but what can she do?
Does it give her anxiety, or I feel like, or doesn't it make her love it even more? Like we all want what we can't have. So like the fact that her dad is so protective, and it's like she loves the game of it, right? So it's like, I think that's the more like the kinky horniness, if you will, that's gonna come through of this song.
Yeah.
Is what I
totally, that too. I feel like can be a combo of things.
Combo of so many things. But yeah, let's dive into these choices and let's have some fun.
Okay, great. All right, let me start it. Okay. Oh dear. Okay. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feather, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of wanna kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no.
Me? Okay.
All right.
The way you're singing this, you're Lori. Like you're like if you're gonna sing it that you just did, might as well go in for Lori. If you want to go for Annie, like there's a different style to me, and I think if you do consider yourself more of an Annie type, of an Annie?
Well, you see, I'm not sure. I used to always more think of myself as a Lori just because I am a soprano, but I thought it would be interesting if Annie could be different or could be, I don't know. I was curious about what that would be like. But I don't know. I was just exploring it.
Yeah, let's keep exploring, but let's find your version of this. And I think we all have our own different styles that we sing, right? Like not to make this about myself, but like when I'm doing classical theater, I lay it on differently, right? My vibrato is differently. When we're doing contemporary, we have our different tones and placements. And I think character actors, especially Annie, is also a different type of voice of yourself. So I think you going to vibrato in this song is not needed. I think it should be more just, you're singing this song too much to me. And
Okay.
I like enjoy of like, oh my God, who is this girl? I want to hang out with her because it's like, she's just like, put the boy in front of you a little more. When like whoever that is, or girl, whatever's, like whatever you're getting off on, and like have it like be there, and however you want to like flirt with it. Like it can be funny, like it doesn't have to be realistic, but like I just think there's way more layers to this song, so let's find them on the fly. Start again, and it's like extreme power, like baby circumstances, like it is what it is, and like it's like kind of like she's kind of a baby, right? She's a mama's mom, like a daddy's girl. She's smart, and she plays her sides really well. And yeah, let's do it again. Sing it. Just be goofy. Put the boy in front of you. Let us see like who Annie is behind closed doors. Most likely also because she's funny, it's gonna be like bad and awkward. So like play into that, because like this girl doesn't know how. Okay, cool.
Will do. All right, shall I go now? Okay, great. All right. Load. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no.
Great. Yeah, no, it's a fantastic improvement. I think let's just keep going. I don't want to like give you bits or anything like that, but I just think the more she can try to hold herself back and then like give in, ebb and the hold and release, the better, especially like as it's building. With that last one, show like.
Okay.
It's going to be professional like theater, then I think you can go more inappropriate, if you will, of sexual frustration. Like it's so charming and funny to watch sexual frustration. So the more you can resist and make funny choices with that, and give out and like do something like play with your hair when like boys gonna
when
like
a person tries. Yeah.
Like play into the physical comedy of like being kind of like a wild animal, and like get low and like in a wide squat and like slap, get in your thighs, and she's like be like more playful. I think it is playing into your type of like being like this. You do look just naturally like a more like unassuming, innocent girl. So the more you can play into like the opposite and be like a little like crazy with like flicking your hair and like giving us more flavor, I think it would be an awesome juxtaposition for someone seeing this audition of like, holy shit, this girl like knows herself and knows like what she comes off as, and then like can give me exactly what I didn't think I was gonna see.
Okay. One more or?
Please. Yeah.
Okay. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go. Just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of wanna kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lots are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no.
Great. I wish we could have another hour of just like trialing in air and keep going.
Yeah.
Fun. This is a fun song. It's why we do what we do, is just like diving in and playing, because there's no right or wrong, obviously. I think the next filter to add is like who you're talking to, and how that can change.
Oh, wait, I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Someone I think just joined. Shoot, lost my thought. Okay, yeah, by changing who you're talking to, I think changes our choices and opinions, and also like can be fun. So what if you sang this song in confession to a priest? So you can like be more like shy, like, okay, so I'm just a girl who can't say no, but then like have, you know, you're in confession and have it like sneak up on you, and
yeah.
how maybe those layers of who you're talking to, and then when it's just for yourself, because like you're out there, like when are you talking to a priest in confession, when are you talking to your girlfriends, and when are you talking to the boy?
What is it, your dream ballet?
Yeah, I think honing in on those levels will help inform your comedic choices, and make it more fascinating to see. But this is one where like just keep playing, because role is so playful and is so much of the comedy of this show. And even if you're auditioning for something else, you only use this song for a girl who's quirky, who has a wide range of feelings and personality, and is most likely the comedic relief of a show. So you definitely want to show that. And so the more you can keep playing with your choices and layers of not being 10 the whole time, but having dynamics, I think can really be nice. Like I said, you knowing yourself of how people are going to assume you have a beautiful soprano voice. So they're going to be like, so if the more you can play with that and against that, the more we're going to get from you. And the more we're going to like tier you up as like a smart performer, especially when we only get these short amount of bars, right? They have to hold it, take anything they can see, any information they can get to see you on again. And so like the more we can throw at them, the better, you know. I just think people are smart, and they watch for those things. Great job.
Thank you.
All of you are so fantastic. I don't know that I haven't got to see a lot of these, but do we open like Q&A or anything? I don't know. Or
well,
that...
you know, we've thank you so much for your time. We've gone over. I don't see really. Just not questions so much as just absolute raves and support. But if anybody does have a question, if you want to raise your hand, we'll take a couple questions before we end the day. I will look and see anybody have their hand up. No? Now's your chance. Okay. Oh my gosh, what a great session. Let's give everybody a big round of applause.
Thank you so
Brave
much.
they are to do this and with so many people watching and to give notes and support. Oh, Cameron, thank you so much for doing this for us.
We're happy to come back to 3D and to, you know, just have a conversation with everyone. We're always trying to get better, including myself. Auditioning is always this arbitrary, like I said, this weird thing that we have to do that doesn't necessarily correlate to what we're actually trying to audition for. So everyone just like be kind to yourself. We obviously get way less jobs than we audition for. So keep trying to work on yourself and be honest with yourself, and yeah, find the best mind frame for yourself that works. There's no right or wrong, but like for me, it's a mind frame, and it's also for me, like a habit. Like if I haven't auditioned in a while, my first one back, like I always blow it. Like I just suck. I just know what I'm capable of. And sometimes you have to do a lot to get that repetition to just like be comfortable, be your best self, best connecting self in the room. Because if we're nervous, it comes off. If we're overconfident, it comes off. And we have to like always be in this perfect pocket of so many things to actually do well. So the more you can practice, the more you can be honest with yourself, the better. And we're all in this together. My God, I hate auditioning. So.
Right. But it's like a muscle. You just have to keep flexing, you know, to keep it going. So a good job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this session of 3D and U.